Welcome back to another episode of Tales of the Lesser Medium. If you missed our first episode on Resident Evil 1, be sure to check that out. Or don't. It's up to you.
Good. I won't then.
No, you have to, though.
Oh.
Resident Evil 2 is a sequel, and in being so, the backstory of this second game may spoil the ending of the first game for you. You've been warned. I'm Caleb J. Ross, joined by Travis Terry, and if you haven't caught on by now, this entire first season will chronicle the main Resident Evil entries. In this episode, we'll spend a bit of time navigating the police department of Raccoon City while trying to figure out just where everyone has gone in this crazy town. I'm going to guess they've gone crazy.
That's a good guess.
A little Patsy Cline for you. All right. We also want to credit our... We just lost the listener. We also want to credit our sources for this episode and the previous one and potentially the next few. In addition to playing these games and rewatching cutscenes and such online, we have also got to give credit to Dan Burlew, who wrote extensive plot summaries for these games on GameFAQs.com, FAQ.com, S.com, and of course, the ResidentEvil.com fandom wiki page that is complete with fan-scrutinized information on the game and characters. So you know it's gospel.
Yeah, and you like gospel. They had it blaring at both your vasectomies, right?
They did. It was the Lord insisted upon it.
Oh, save him, my balls.
Wait, that's not saving them. Yeah, that's opposite of saving them, right?
They don't let you keep them?
They don't like to remove them. I do really have a vasectomy though. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah. No, they don't let you keep the balls, unfortunately. Or they don't take them out.
So technically they do.
They do let me keep them, in fact.
Nice.
All they do is they snip a little piece that looks like a piece of penne pasta, just like a little sliver, and they show it to you when you're very vulnerable.
So when they were done, did you notice vas deferens?
Boo. Okay, let's start by recapping our last episode on Resident Evil 1 before we jump into today's material. Resident Evil 1 ended with STARS agent Jill Valentine destroying the super mutant known as Tyrant with a rocket launcher that her squad mate dropped from a helicopter. Now, as a side note, little does this squad mate know dropping a rocket launcher from a helicopter, while awesome, does not make up for the fact that he ran out on the team in the first minutes of the game. I'd say his escape and convenient return could be justified as it bookends the narrative. But even bookends can't hold it together, unlike that dude. The rocket blast obliterated Tyrant, and Jill escaped with cohort Barry Burton, both believing that the double-crosser Albert Wesker was dead, and both now fully aware of the T-virus and its grave implications if exposed to the masses.
And don't forget, they managed to drag Chris out of there too, who spent almost the entire time locked in a cell by himself, probably just within ear's reach of Barry firing off rounds and celebrating until Jill found him and, of course, led him to safety. But before that, I'm sure it was terrifying.
I'm sure he was probably like, I'm glad Barry's having fun. You know, I might be suffering in this cell, but good for Barry.
Kind of feel safe when I hear Barry out there firing off his firearms. Means he's alive.
So now we're going to begin Resident Evil 2.
All right.
After surviving the mansion in July of 1998, Chris Redfield tries to lead an official investigation into Umbrella, but his efforts are sabotaged by the Raccoon City Chief of Police, Brian Irons. And considering in the first episode we did canonically establish in our head canon anyway that everyone in Raccoon City is a raccoon,
right?
This makes the name Brian Irons extra adorable.
Aww.
Naturally, this causes Chris to suspect Irons is in on it, so he requests a probe into Irons' background and a federal probe into Umbrella.
And just for funsies, a probe for himself too.
They're giving him out. The FBI drags its feet and does not respond to his requests for a probe until September 29th, 1998, just 2 months after the mansion incident, when Claire Redfield, Chris's younger sister, gets a fax from the FBI at Chris's old office.
And the FBI's backlog of probe requests for people living in vans out in Nevada who think it involves some cold jelly rubbed on a wand really slow down legit circumstances like this one. It's a real problem.
Those people requesting the probes, I think, they should get the probes. I don't think those are illegitimate. I think those are absolutely legitimate circumstances.
I think the holdup is just they don't have enough cold jelly for all of it, all the wands.
In the meantime, Chris begins investigating Umbrella on his own, because he's kind of a go-getter. He uncovers a great deal about Umbrella's operations within Raccoon City, including work on the G-Virus and the location of labs underneath the city. His own family, including his sister Claire, thinks he just disappeared. So let's talk about Claire a little bit. Claire Redfield, as we said, is Chris's younger sister. Claire is 6 years younger than Chris, but the two have a very strong sibling bond as their parents passed away when they were young.
Wait. You don't think they Menendez them, do you? I mean, that would make for a pretty tight bond, I think.
I do think they did, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
She is also a close friend of Barry's, who became close with them both after Chris joined the Air Force, where he met Barry. Claire attended college, where she developed an interest in mechanics and specifically enjoys customizing motorcycles. In August of 1998, a month after the mansion incident and a month before the FBI response to Chris, he finally tells his comrade, Jill Valentine, about what he's been up to. Chris and Barry decide to leave for Europe to investigate Umbrella further, while Jill stays behind in Raccoon City to investigate the underground labs. Claire Redfield has no idea her brother has gone overseas.
And you know Barry's had a crush on Chris since day one. I think we talked a little bit about this last episode. Now he's found this opportunity to try to lure him off to France for a romantic getaway. He's like, hey Chris, I was thinking about that umbrella, and of course, France, nice this any time of year I've heard. What do you think about maybe going out there and looking underneath the tower or something, seeing if there's any umbrella down under there?
Oh, Barry, I love the way you say Chris.
Yeah, Chris, maybe we can get a few warm baguettes in us and head on down there under the moonlight and really look for umbrella.
I always wanted to see a French-speaking moon. I don't know what that means. Prior to the FBI response on September 29th, Jill Valentine surprises everyone and resigns from STARS and the Raccoon City Police Department for reasons unknown. Although some suspect it was because of Chief Brian Raccoon. He's definitely a Raccoon Irons. More on him in a bit, though. Do you need much more? He's a raccoon.
Yeah, he's a raccoon. And also, I like how we're just now calling quitting a surprise resignation. From now on, that's what I'm going. I might surprise resign from this podcast at some point.
As mentioned, Claire is one of our two heroes in Resident Evil 2. Our second hero in this story is fresh police force recruit Leon Scott Kennedy. Not much is known about Leon prior to enlisting in the police academy. He graduated from the academy at age 21 and requested to work in Raccoon City specifically because he was interested in the widely publicized murders that were taking place in and around the Arklay Mountains. Not much of a planner, Leon had no travel plans for Raccoon City, nor had he leased an apartment there. His girlfriend broke up with him over the hasty decision to just move to the Arklay Mountains. Heartbroken over the incident, he stopped at a motel on his way to Raccoon City and passed out late from heavy drinking, and ended up driving into the city hungover and late for his first day on the job.
Wow.
Which there's got to be a great scenario here. So we're in a motel. You ready for this?
Yeah. Okay.
Beep boop pop pop beep pop boop. Bring.
Hello?
Hey, babe.
Leon? I'm not your babe.
Okay, hey, babe. I think I need to apologize. I left in a hurry. I said some things, but I've had time to think, and I need to say this. You were right. You deserve to hear that. You were right all along. Raccoon City isn't a city of raccoons.
Wait. That's the part you called to apologize about?
And I'm sorry that I won't be able to lord over the raccoons as their king, and you have to sit beside me as the queen of raccoons. I'm sorry about that.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
I know that was our dream together. So on the night of September 29th, 1998, Claire Redfield decides she needs to find her brother, Chris, who again, unbeknownst to her, is in Europe snuggling with Barry.
Hey, Chrissy Boo, you want to go see if Umbrella HQ's under the Eiffel Tower at midnight? Come on.
I'm not falling for that again. I need to land on one single Chris accent. It's not happening.
Hey, I got a gun you haven't seen before, boy.
We've all seen it, Barry. So she motorbikes from her college into Raccoon City to search for him. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, new police department recruit Leon Kennedy is reporting to the precinct for his first day on the job. On his way, he spots something lying in the middle of the street. Crows scatter as he pulls up close enough to realize it's a corpse. Jackpot! A corpse, first day. Woo! As he's evaluating the corpse on the ground, he's unaware of dark figures looming in the shadows behind him. He exclaims, "What are these things?" and threatens them as they lumber closer to him. Ignoring his threats, he looks down to see the corpse he was just checking out has come to life and is reaching for him.
Ooh.
A man, obviously a zombie, flies out of the window of a nearby gas station and God damn it, why can't I read? I'm going to increase my font size here real quick.
Blame it on that.
I'm blaming it on my own inability to read, but maybe if font sizes are bigger.
Maybe the reading will get in me better if the words are bigger.
Get in my head, reading. Okay. All right. Where was I? Oh, a man. Okay. A man, obviously a zombie, flies out the window of a nearby gas station, and a truck driver enters his truck, clutching his arms, and is heard saying, "That guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?"
Yeah, it's like he's actively searching for a reason. He's like, weird, I didn't have barbecue stain on that shoulder or nothing. What?
If I did, I would understand it,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Yeah.
At this time, Claire serendipitously pulls up to a diner for a late meal before realizing something is off about the situation. She makes her way through the diner and quickly surmises something is perhaps more than off. She finds the back door to the alley and pops out in time to see Leon turn and point a gun at her. She cries, "Don't shoot!" But there's a zombie directly behind her. Leon tells her to duck, and as she does, he fires a bullet into the forehead of the lurching zombie. They spy an abandoned police cruiser and make a run for it. Zombies now surrounding them. Leon floors it and they speed away. Over the course of the ride through Raccoon City, the two become acquainted. Claire tells Leon she's looking for her missing brother, and Leon tells her that today is his first day as a cop. Claire retrieves a gun from the glove box of the cruiser before a zombie pops up from the back seat and tries to strangle her and Leon. The rookie, Leon, loses control of the vehicle and crashes into a wall where the zombie flies out of the window and smashes against a pole.
Wow.
Yeah, the first part of the zombie brain to die, of course, is the speech part. But the second part is the concern for safety part. Now, zombies don't care about seatbelts. They don't use handrails, and they don't use condoms.
Can you just imagine a zombie sex party? Louder, weirder moaning, a little weirder. They're fumbling. The cocaine's everywhere, just powder dust everywhere. They can't get it anywhere near them. Little undead wieners falling off and scurrying away on their own like everyone just had a sex with a leper. I mean, it's nuts. Madness, I imagine.
It sounds like you have imagined. Quite detailed, in fact.
Yeah.
Suddenly, they spy a tanker truck speeding toward them. It's the one from the gas station, where the driver was confused about being bitten by a strange man. Of course, it's Chekhov's gun, right? If you show a dumb guy in the first act, you must put him unconscious behind the wheel of a fuel-filled tanker by the end of the third act.
Of course.
Of course, that old thing. They manage to exit the vehicle before it strikes them, resulting in a massive explosion. Now the two are separated by a gigantic ball of flames. Leon yells to Claire, instructing her to head toward the police station where they would meet up.
Good plan.
Now this is great. It's a great plan. And as a side note, this is great game design, right? They give you a story reason for these two characters to have to force themselves through separate paths. It's really cool. I like it. Now, before we go further, we agree with Dan Burlew that the scenario of Claire's story is the more structurally sound of the two storylines.
Also, it has the more accessible cutscenes on YouTube for me to look at, so that's another reason why that one's a winner.
It's probably easier to find because, as I established in the previous episode, always plays the female character. Like, they're just always better. So in the game, you can play as Claire, and then after you beat it, you can go back and play as Leon for his perspective and vice versa. So again, we'll be doing the Claire playthrough as our main narrative here, based on Burlew's 2006 advice. It's also worth noting that our telling today will focus specifically on the original release in 1998, and not anything added to the remake released in 2019, though we will acknowledge some of those differences at the end of today's episode.
And it's worth noting those differences are extremely minimal, have very little impact on the narrative, and because we're going through Claire's story, it doesn't mean Leon's getting ignored. We're going to go back and forth, but there is a Claire A, Leon B story, a Leon A, Leon B story. So this is the Claire A perspective. So you're going to get plenty of Leon, don't worry.
Good. Okay, back to the streets. Leon's track toward the police department is far shorter than Claire's, so he finds himself directly to the rear of it immediately after they split, but he needs a key to access the maintenance shed at the back. Finding keys is going to be a very, very common thing that you'll hear us talk about. The zombies converge on him, and Leon avoids being cornered by finding a back stairway that takes him to the roof. While on the roof, he spies a rescue chopper piloted by none other than Brad Chickenheart Vickers.
Oh, man.
And a police officer on the roof signaling to the chopper. Vickers calls down that he can't land, but he will drop a rope for him. It appears this officer is the lone survivor.
Oh no, not Brad.
How is Brad Turkey Liver Vickers still allowed to fly a helicopter? I mean, he abandoned his crew once already, and I'm convinced that him dropping the rocket launcher was actually him accidentally letting the rocket launcher slip from his fingers.
Oops.
Benefiting from a happy accident doesn't make you a hero, Vickers. It makes you my mom.
I'll snap your mom.
Yeah, she benefited from me though, so that's good. I gave her a high five once, and that
made her day that day, huh?
that made her life. You know?
Oh man, that's incredible.
Yeah, she's had a tough one apparently.
Sounds sad.
As the officer reaches for the rope, he's attacked by zombies. Spooked, obviously, he starts flailing his machine gun and releases a wild spray of bullets that accidentally strike the chopper and kills the pilot instantly, causing the chopper to crash into the precinct. This creates an enormous flame that Leon reckons can be put out using the water tank nearby, but he'll need to find a valve for it.
Can you imagine attempting to right your wrongs as this chicken shit helicopter pilot who left his crew behind? We've already talked about it. They were eaten by zombie dogs, only to then be shot to death by a man you're trying to save while you're in a helicopter, and then you crash the helicopter on top of him. That's insane.
The tanker explosion has attracted nearby zombies to the location. So Claire, they're moth zombies. So Claire tries to bait them in one direction so she can try to slip past them. Once she weaves her way through and past the massive zombies, she finds a gun shop that she ducks into with the hopes of finding ammo for her newly acquired pistol. Immediately upon entering, a burly man with a blood-stained shirt aims a crossbow at her and tells her to freeze and identify herself. She assures him that she is human, but he continues to cock the gun before finally relenting and lowering it.
I found the most unbelievable thing about this little episode right here is a gun-hoarding shop owner wearing suspenders. He looks a little like an unhinged, well, more unhinged Larry King, covered in all kinds of blood like he just, doesn't eat liver good. Left his door unlocked during the apocalypse. She just walks in. If I know anything about the doomsday types, they're booby-trapping everything to shoot you if you go near it. I mean, there's no way this really happens.
And I like that the owner of this gun shop, too, is like, nope, crossbow.
Yeah.
Like, why? That's not even, he's not a good salesman.
No, he's not.
Use your own thing. And plus, we don't know it's blood. That could have been the barbecue sauce that the earlier zombie was after, It was very good barbecue, though, so I cannot blame the zombies for searching so hungrily, searching for it.
Yeah, that's right.
The gun shop's owner's name is Robert Kendo, a Japanese-American who so happens to be a good pal of Barry Burton. Robert and his brother developed the Beretta 92F custom handgun, otherwise known as the Samurai Edge, for the STARS unit. Following the spread of the T-virus into the water supply and the massive zombies that had been flooding in the city, Robert had just been handing out guns from his store to citizens for their personal protection. Now, that makes him sound generous, but consider the alternative. He attempts to make zombies fill out paperwork for their guns.
Yeah, what a dick. I like the idea of Barry and this guy hanging out, and Barry, somebody brings up Robert, like, what about Robert? He's always covered in chicken liver grease, and he's kind of weird. And he's like, hey, Robert's a real good guy. He's the kind of guy who give you the gun right off his back. He's just real supportive of his buddy Robert here. Barry's just a pal when it comes to the gun culture.
And there's a lot of weird stuff about this guy, actually, because I just realized, okay, so he's a gun shop owner. He threatens people with a crossbow. That's one strike against him. His name is Robert Kendo, which I think is like Japanese for like way of the sword or something. So again, has nothing to do with guns. And he created a gun called the Samurai Edge. I think this guy wants nothing to do with guns. I feel like it's a family business that his dad forced him into. And he's like, I even changed my last name to Kendo, Dad. I don't want anything to do with your stupid guns.
His dad, Jim Gunn, like, listen here, Robert.
Jim Gunn. That's so dumb. All right.
Two ends.
Oh, that makes sense. Now it's like,
Yeah.
It's like Norse, I think, or something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kendo apologizes to Claire. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them. That's how it's in my head. He's very reluctant to apologize. He looks like the kind of man who's very reluctant to apologize to a woman. So that's how it goes. Yeah. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them. I'm sorry. Claire asks what's going on in Raccoon City, and Kendo says, I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire town was infested with zombies. But don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
That guy is pretty creepy.
Yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on things, especially you and those gams of yours. You lovely little dame with your girl parts all jostling and such.
Jocelyn.
And those pretty eyes doing their sweet lady girl baby looking at things routine. And oh yeah, did I mention I'm probably the last human non-zombified male in the entire city, and I'm a super creepy dude, so that's your god for you.
That is too real. That guy definitely had sexy lady mud flaps on his truck.
I bet he had sex with those lady mud flaps on his truck.
Probably.
Claire finds some ammo for her gun, of course, because he only uses crossbows, in his shop. As the zombies descend and start crashing through the window, Kendo can't defend himself in time. Once again, because he refuses to use guns. So zombies, of course, tackle him. Now, several join in to devour him where he falls. Claire can't save him, so she runs through the back door and through a back alley littered with stumbling zombies. And I'm going to guess she didn't really try to save him. No. She sees the police department in the distance and makes her way there.
But you think, how creepy Kendo is as the zombies are biting him. They're getting around his neck and around his chest, and he's like bending his neck around trying to open mouth kiss him. He's got his tongue out trying to catch one.
Hey man, you're going for my brain, but it won't be worth it. All the blood's done moved on a little lower, if you know what I mean,
babe.
And even the zombie's like, ew. Come on, really? All right. So Brad Pheasant Scrotum Vickers, the helicopter pilot that we talked about earlier, has just crashed his chopper into the side of the precinct, and now dead has become a zombie and an imminent plaintiff in Kendo's sexual harassment case, I would imagine. Everyone's going to become a plaintiff in that case.
Some of the zombies will be there, too. Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, I was moaning, but that wasn't like a moaning of yearning for him, right? That was my standard moan, and I have the ability and the power to do that without being hit on by every single human out there, okay? I sure hope Raccoon City's in the South, because that's the only accent we do.
Oh, yeah.
Claire executes her brother's former hero and comrade and enters the police department. She discovers that the unit has been electronically locked and that the barricades have been set up as a protection by whomever was left in the precinct. She doesn't know if anyone inside is alive, dead, or both.
You know what? I'm just noticing we're calling this chopper pilot Brad Vickers, and I'm just now realizing I don't actually think that's Brad.
What? You wrote this? How could you do this to me? I trusted you, and I followed you, and I read your words, and you're awful.
I mean, it's my bad, Caleb. This guy actually doesn't have a name, but that means we get to name him.
Yeah, let's call him Brad. Sorry, I panicked. Let's go with Fuzzy Nut Butter.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah. My first choice was Moldy Semen, but I feel like Fuzzy Nut Butter is a little bit more G-rated, so let's go with that. She locates a cop lying on the floor of an office, fatally wounded. The officer tells Claire that her brother Chris and other members of STARS tried to convince them that they had encountered zombies in the woods around Raccoon City, but no one believed them. He hands her a key card that will open the electronic locks in the police department and tells her to save whoever's left. She starts to refuse, but he threatens her with a gun and then forces her out. Now, I get the feeling that her initial refusal was like pretty half-hearted at best. Like, she couldn't have believed that he was actually going to shoot her right there after declaring how important the survivors were. So I just don't believe him, Claire, okay? Be your own person. You can do this.
High drama. Needed that drama.
Meanwhile, Leon finds himself surrounded in a zombie-infested office on the first floor of the police department. He's able to locate the necessary tool for the water tank and fits the tool to the valve and opens the water line, thus dousing the helicopter blaze. At that moment, another helicopter appears overhead and has something in tow, a large box-shaped container.
I just imagine stupid Leon putting out the helicopter fire and then immediately seeing that other helicopter flying overhead and him thinking he just said it's soul-free.
Fly on, little copter, be free. Oh my God, what have I
done? To be fair, two helicopters, that doesn't seem very, normal. The container splits apart and a huge humanoid trench coat wearing creature flies out and crashes through the roof and heads straight for Leon, who instinctively unloads his weapon into the monstrosity. It takes a while, but eventually it goes down. Leon leaves the room, believing the entity to be dead, but he doesn't realize that it has risen and has followed him out. Leon has no idea what this creature is, but had it been Jill, she would have recognized it as an evolved version of the tyrant known as T-00. It's one of the 6 tyrants Umbrella dropped on the city with the orders of retrieving the G-Virus. Fun fact, T-00 was not referred to as Mr. X until after the game. Yep, when a line of action figures created by Toy Biz named him that. We'll refer to him as Mr. X for the rest of the story, because that's a pretty cool name.
It is. It's way better than saying T-00 over and over again. And ironically, Leon's girlfriend now calls him Mr. X, so it's kind of confusing, but I still think Mr. X is a better choice.
And to further confuse things, had Toy Biz went with their alternative names, the confusion would still have persisted because they considered Mr. Dumped, Dr. Commitment Issues, Trenchcoat Perv, which I like personally.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now, on opposite ends of the police station, Claire and Leon encounter a new type of deadly life form called lickers. They are amphibious-looking hell spiders and are actually human-based, as they were people who contracted a modified strain of the virus through their drinking water. They have long, stabbing tongues and large claws.
And ironically, Leon used to call his old girlfriend a licker, so still, it's kind of confusing.
And that's why he shoots them, no questions asked. I mean, maybe the lickers just wanted to make a friend, but Leon, he's like, nope, I don't care, stay away. Claire eventually makes it to the second floor of the precinct and finds the Star's office. After some searching, she locates a log kept by her brother, Chris. It essentially explains how, despite their best efforts, they were unable to link Umbrella to the Mansion Lab incident. So he and his good pal Barry have left for Europe to investigate Umbrella's main headquarters, which they believe are somewhere in Paris. She also finds a fax that implies an inquiry posted to the Internal Affairs by Chris regarding Chief Brian Irons, the Raccoon Chief, who was accused of being a deranged genius and a rapist.
Oh, wow. That's just a weird thing to add at the end of a deranged genius.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. It's weird how they couldn't link Umbrella to the Mansion Lab incident, what with all that, that evidence we heard last episode, of course, about Umbrella being involved in the Mansion Lab incident.
And not to mention, isn't the Umbrella logo literally plastered all over the walls and crates in the mansion basement? Pretty sure I remember that.
Yeah, I tend to remember that too, yeah.
So outside the office, Claire spots a little girl fleeing from a zombie. She quickly drops the zombie and chases the little girl, who then bumps into Leon, gets scared, and slips through a broken door before anyone can stop her. At this point, Leon and Claire reunite, and then Claire is the one to suggest they split up to find the little girl and a safe exit. Leon gives her a radio so they can stay in contact.
So last episode, we learned that if you come across a makeshift living situation that could only be inhabited by a little girl, you burn it down. You run. But if you're frantically running around a zombie-infested labyrinth and you bump into a little girl, I think you got to drop her on the spot. I mean, I hate to say it, but you can't trust her. No child should be able to remain alive in all this better than waves of armed police. I mean, most of the time you might be wrong, and she's not the second coming of Lisa Trevor or whatever, but is that a chance you want to take? I think you got to drop her.
Yeah, and if you are wrong, you've shot her, so there's no witnesses left. So, don't worry about it.
Jackpot!
Leon finds a report detailing the events of the past few days at the precinct. Evidently, citizens held off zombies in a standoff inside the police department until their fates were sealed. He also finds a note addressed to him from the police department and some party favors. It appears they were planning to throw him a surprise welcome party, but it was canceled. Bummed, Leon decides to head to the basement.
That's so sad.
So, wait, there are 2 people in this office, at least, who have priorities greater than the zombie threat. We've got a party planner and a report taker.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So party planner might be like, All right. So we'll have balloons and streamers. No confetti. Karen, listen. I know no confetti. I remember last time. Okay. And we'll have the most beautiful cake. And
exactly how do you plan to get those balloons with all the zombies all over?
The zombies aren't that bad.
Well, according to this report, which someone was gracious enough to write, the zombies have been described in this very office as bad, very bad, and definitely that bad. So you are wrong.
All the more reason for a cheerful party. Wait, are you writing something down?
I'm just reporting that I overheard someone describe you as priority retarded.
Nobody said that.
I just did. See, it's in the report.
You're a dick.
That's a fun party. That's a fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
Claire is suddenly startled by the distant screams of a woman and determines the screams are coming from above her on the second floor. To save whoever is in trouble, she has to get by the crashed helicopter wreckage blocking her way through to the other side. And to do this, she'll need to blow up the wreckage she needs a bomb.
The screams are coming from inside the house. But no, this is the video game logic I love, man. Claire, no doubt mechanically inclined, loves motorcycles. We already talked about that. But somehow not only knows how to just make a bomb, but also knows exactly how much bomb to make to remove chopper wreckage.
I've never before had to consider the phrase "how much bomb." I like that. I want to see a character who just severely underanticipates the amount of bomb needed, like a huge, big, dramatic lighting, running away, and the resulting tiny firecracker poof only jostles like a sliver of glass dangling from the window, and like that tinny pop sound is like so low that this character can't, like, she doesn't even hear it, so she just stays crouched to the corner for like 5 minutes with her eyes closed and her fingers in her ears just waiting. And I want to see this as uncut minutes, like Hideo Kojima, like it's on her the whole time, 5 minutes straight. It's gonna happen. I know it is. It's not. So
That's so good.
Claire then finds a key that unlocks the door where the wounded cop forced her out. It appears that shortly after her departure, he had unsuccessfully defended himself from zombies. He rises to attack her, but she incinerates him. Afterward, she finds what she needs to blow shit up: a detonator and a chunk of plastique. She grabs these items and then heads back upstairs toward the helicopter. Meanwhile, down in the basement, Leon is shot at by a random woman. Her name is Ada Wong. And for those keeping track, this is only our second character to have a single-syllable last name. Just thought I'd throw that up there.
Just jot that on the scoreboard here.
I'm trying to develop some sort of prejudice that doesn't exist in this world. There's not enough of them, and so I need to really put these factions of multisyllabic and single-syllabic against each other. I'm firmly team single-syllabic.
Of course you would be.
I am. Yeah, why wouldn't I be? It's the only logical one, Trav. So she's looking for a reporter named Ben Bertolucci? Bertolucci?
I think Bertolucci, but how does that fuck up your average there?
I don't like it. So she was looking for this reporter in one of the basement jails. Ben was in Raccoon City investigating the mansion incident, but Chief Irons jailed him after Ben had turned his lens toward Irons and started investigating him. Now, Ada Wong, great name, single-syllable name, so great, we can all admit on that, I think. But do you think the localization teams, do you think they celebrate when characters are Asian and they just don't need localized names? Because this game was made in Japan, and and so they get these character sheets over, and this character is visually Asian, and her name is already Ada Wong, and they're like, jackpot. Yeah. That's like finding a $20 bill in an old coat.
Yeah, absolutely.
They could take off that afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's a really good point. I never really thought of that. That's a good point.
I think about it all the time. A lot of single-syllable Asian names, so I've been doing my research.
Oh, good for you.
Leon, clearly finding Ada attractive, offers to help her and remove some of the wreckage out of her way, and she immediately ditches him. He tries to catch her, but instead finds the reporter she's looking for in one of the jail cells. If she would have stuck in with him, man.
Yeah, dude.
And then Ada approaches him from behind. Okay, so she did. Where did she go in the meantime?
Where does she ever go?
Hey, Ada, I can't help but notice you got some wreckage in your way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've got these muscles, just lying here under my too tight shirt.
Uh-huh.
I was just gonna throw them in the trash, but I mean, if you can use them, you can use them. It's cool.
Leon's so pathetic. I love it.
More on Ada. He just walks around looking for wreckage that he can move.
And my favorite part is he's probably still hungover from because did he get trashed and that's why he was late for his first day on the job? So
yeah.
he's just kind of hazy brained anyway and just trying to show off.
And it saved his life. If he would have showed up on time, he would have been dead. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. And if he wasn't drunk driving that car to that pole, I mean, who knows what could have happened?
He probably would have tensed up and broken every muscle in his body, and so instead he was limp, and he could just ride it out.
Exactly. Which is how I sex.
I've heard. More on Ada. She's a very mysterious character throughout the franchise. Her ethnicity and nationality are largely left unconfirmed, including where and when she was born. What we do know is that in 1998 she was a corporate spy working for an unnamed competitor of Umbrella, which I believe is called the Galoshes.
Oh, that's stupid.
She's also a trained assassin and is romantically involved with the new head researcher at the Arklay Laboratory, the one hidden beneath the mansion named John Clemens, 2 syllables, as a means to steal intelligence from him for her own mysterious company. So normally head researcher indicates the lead of a research team, but in an evil biogenetics lab situation, things could get a little bit confusing.
Right.
All right. So we're really excited to be considering you for the role of head researcher.
Oh, well, I'm excited to show off what I got.
Good. good. So, what's your favorite kind of head?
Excuse me?
Yeah, like, do you like the brain within the skull, but, possibly deteriorated like a zombie? Or do you like the brain on the outside? Your standard liquor fare?
Oh, liquor fare. I don't follow.
Because we've got both here, like in spades. So it's good to know where your interests lie. We believe in personal fulfillment as well as professional fulfillment here at Umbrella Corp.
I see what's happening.
And you're hired, I guess. That was an easy interview, right? We're really running low on people. They keep disappearing for some reason. So
I'm smiling and nodding because I'm in shock.
Don't let that get to you. You got to be on it, lady. Ada tells Ben she's looking for her boyfriend John, an Umbrella agent out of Chicago, who went missing in Raccoon City months ago. But Ben shuts her down and says he knows nothing about what's going on in the city. Just then a loud roar bellows from nearby, and Ben immediately locks himself in his cell for protection from whatever made the sound, and he refuses to leave or let anyone else in. He tells Ada and Leon how to escape, and so they flee from the area.
That's a chicken shit Vickers move right there.
You better come out of that cell holding bazooka. It's the only way he'll make it to the third entry in the series.
Yeah, he runs out of the cell and accidentally drops the bazooka. Another chicken shit Vickers move.
And then he just starts spinning around with his arms out like a helicopter so he could pantomime crashing as well. It's just part of his makeup now. Claire has now returned to the helicopter with the explosive device and detonates it to move it out of the way so she can access the rest of the wing of the building. She enters an office with game hunting trophies on the wall, and here she finds the likely source of the scream she heard earlier. Lying on a desk on her back, Claire observes a female who appears to have a wound in her abdomen. Behind the desk where she lays sits Police Chief Brian Irons, who has clearly gone mad. Probably rabies. He's a raccoon, so that's probably what it is. This whole franchise is rabies. The T-virus is just rabies.
That's the lesson at the end. Resident Evil 10, that'll be the last thing that you see when it fades out. It was just rabies. Everybody vaccinate your pets.
Did you notice any of the vaccination collars on the zombies? You didn't. Yeah. He asks Claire who she is and then quickly addresses the dead woman in front of him. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin, nothing short of perfection.
Dude, that guy's so creepy. He's like,
Look here, strange woman. I'm not saying I killed her or nothing. I saw the look you gave me when you came in here. But you can't deny she looked good mounted next to my 16-point buck right there. And this here mounted baby duck I caught getting too close to my trash one night because I'm the only coon for trash.
No, like I'm like 100% with you. Sure. If I was a necrophiliac, you couldn't keep me from spitting to that corpse. I assure you. Where's the exit? Oh God.
I like how Claire just already has like necrophiliac speak. She just has some in her pocket to drop just in case this situation comes up.
Keep me from spitting to that corpse. I tell you what,
that's what they say, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. Rigor mortis couldn't keep me from bending that thing 3 sails to Sunday. Is that another one they say?
I think so, yeah.
I think they say that. The wound on the woman looks like a bullet wound, but Iron asserts it's from a zombie attack and declares she will rise soon and that she should be shot in the brain or decapitated to prevent her from resurrecting. He wishes to be left alone, and Claire does not hesitate to leave the office.
But, before she leaves, you can see Irons, he hangs his head and just asks her,
Hey, wait up a minute. Hey, if I'm able to suck the bullet out of her wound, will it bring her back to life?
And then somewhere in Europe, Barry feels a chill.
Chris, am I harder? Are you harder? Or are we hard? Oh, I don't know what. It must have been a gust of wind or something.
After leaving the office, Claire immediately hears footsteps and realizes they're from the little girl she met earlier. She spots the little girl hiding in the dark, so she radios Leon to let him know she cleared the wreckage and found the child. The little girl says her name is Shirley Birkin. Her parents work for Umbrella. Her mother instructed her to run to the police station for safety after the T-virus outbreak. She informs Claire that while in the precinct, she has been running and hiding from a creature that's been stalking her. She also says she occasionally hears her father's voice, but has not been able to find him.
Yeah, man, I still think Claire should drop her. I'm sorry. I know it's a kid. I'm sorry, but I mean, she's attracting monsters. They're just chasing her, and she's hearing voices, which is never a good sign. That's psychosis right there. She's barely 8, and then she admits she's connected to Umbrella through her parents. Mm-hmm. She's a poltergeist. I think we all know it. Claire would never do it. But I fucking know Barry would. Barry would drop her in a heartbeat. He wouldn't even get all those details. He'd be like, "There's a strange girl in here, and I'm going to put her down." Like he just. I think that was my Brian Irons voice, but still, he would have shot her too. Everybody would be shooting this little girl, but Claire.
I like to think of the little girl as like really conceited. So like, there's all these monsters like chasing her, and she's just like, "Yeah, like this older man is just so interested in me. It's like I can't even walk around without him trying to like get near me. I can hear my dad. I think he's upset because I'm so pretty and all the boys like me. But he's just going to have to deal with it because I'm going to be stalked until I die."
That's how she stayed alive for so long, because all the zombies get near her and they're like, "God, I fucking hate that little girl. She's so up her own ass."
Suddenly there's a roar, but it sounds like it came from a man, not a beast. So Shirley is like, "See? Told you so." And she bolts with Claire in pursuit. Claire re-enters Police Chief Brian Irons' office and realizes both he and the woman are gone. However, she spots the chief's diary, where he's detailed his depravity. The diary starts off with Irons blaming Umbrella for ruining his town and infesting it with zombies, and he even indicates that he thinks he may be infected. A day later, he brags about successfully confusing his police force and finding a way to ensure that no one from the outside will come help them. He says, "Hey, you know what? You got the Irons voice. Go for it." He says,
"With the delays in police actions, no one will have the..."
Now, this is kind of Barry, isn't it?
I think they're kind of the same, but they're both great.
One's gravelly, I guess. One's a Barry after years of emphysema.
Yeah, and I think Brian Irons, he's a little bit drunk too.
That's fair too. Yeah, because he's got a okay.
Hey, with the delays in police actions, no one will have a chance to escape my city alive. I've seen to it personally. All escape routes from inside the precinct have been cut off as well."
I think he also has a little bit of a high school football coach who really wanted to coach pro, but never made it. He a little bit of sad, "I wish my life had turned out better" is in there too.
It's true. I don't even know what I'm channeling right now, but it's definitely just a sadder, madder Barry. But I mean, there's nothing better than a big stack of incriminating evidence, and I don't. Why do villains do this? Even ones in real life, they'll just leave paper trails and videos and pictures for people to find and pick through. Like no joke. This one time I jerked off in my grandma's house. And I was so afraid. She'd find out. Like, she wasn't there, and she didn't have cameras. But I was like, she's going to know. Like, I just had like a freshly masturbated look on my face, and so I had to burn down the whole trailer park to have the evidence, which is that's mostly a true story. Yeah.
This is a podcast. It's being recorded.
Ah, damn it.
See, just like those villains, you actually want everyone to know about your misdeeds. You're all alike, you villains, humble bragging about torching your grandma's home just so nobody finds the video of you impregnating your couch.
I love that
You're
couch.
all the same.
I would have stuck around for that couch, you know it?
And your children were beautiful. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
The little love seats.
Little love seat. There it is.
Except the beanbag. The beanbag is the one that's a little bit off mentally. And you're like,
we dropped it when it came out. Yeah. Dented the side of it.
And oh man, 2 days after that, Irons writes that he had a change of heart about the remaining survivors, who he originally intended to just trap inside the precinct. He has now decided to hunt them down, Count Zaroff style. He says he shot one of his officers in the back and through the heart just an hour ago and watched him die. He remarks it was beautiful to see him die with his eyes wide open. He then writes,
"I wonder if the mayor's daughter is still alive."
He had let her escape so he could hunt her down later and enjoy his new trophy and freeze her forever in the pose he gives her. Everyone's like always saying I'm so pretty, that I'm like a work of art. Guys are always saying I should be stuffed and mounted. They say they would nail me to the wall, It's like, come on, guys.
I like the idea that she's like, she has no idea what that means.
Yeah, no idea. Like they just mean it truly literally. Like I want you to be a taxidermied human statue. And she's just like, it's so crazy, right? It's nail me to the wall. That's funny. Meanwhile, Leon has located the city's underground sewer system. I'm guessing he looked underground where sewers are. He makes his way to the foot of the processing plant and comes upon a door he can't get through without the right key. so he has to retrace his steps. While doing so, he comes across Ada, who is also investigating the sewage plant.
It's a hot spot.
They spot a vent they can exit through, and Leon hoists Ada up to it, so she climbs through, landing on the other side and startling little Shirley Birkin, who was using that spot to hide. Shirley scampers off again, but drops her pendant.
Man, they sure made up for the lack of bathrooms in the first Resident Evil by putting a sewer segment in here just to prove all the people in this universe do in fact have bowels.
I don't remember seeing poo in the sewers, though.
That is true.
I mean,
they were
no,
very
think about
tight.
it.
They're kind of tidy. No, you're right.
Ada decides to keep the pendant in case she sees the little girl again, or to hawk it for bullet money, you know. And she continues searching for an exit and finds a precinct key, but she can't get back through the vent to give it to him, so she throws it back through to Leon and also runs off before Leon can convince her not to.
Leon must be wearing like the wrong flavor of Axe body spray or something. He can't keep a female within like 10 feet of him.
So, like any flavor of Axe body spray? It's all pretty bad.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Claire's collecting ammo and keys when, near the chief's office, she runs into Shirley Birkin again. Claire spots a secret elevator behind Iron's desk, and it's apparent that's where he and the mystery woman that was on his desk have gone. Claire tells Sherry to stay put, while she goes down the elevator to investigate and finds herself in a dungeon beneath the police precinct. This is not your regular police precinct dungeon, okay? This one is custom made, complete with flickering torches and sewers. Claire creeps down the hallway and suddenly hears a scream. This time, it's from a male voice.
I mean, she's a little girl. Why? Claire's like, listen, Sherry, I know I've been chasing you around this place, and really you're a helpless child, so I should never let you out of my sight. I get all that. But trust me, me and my brother murdered our parents. I know how this works. But listen, do you mind hanging out here for a second? What's that? Yeah, this is the room where I most recently interacted with that deranged psychopath and a potentially already dead woman.
Also, why are we still letting game designers get away with torches and ventilation-less passages? The smoke would kill you before whatever monster is lurking would kill you.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's a weird immersion-breaking thing that always turns me off of a game.
And who has the fucking time to light all those things?
They have to have a fuel
Whose job
source.
is it every day? Exactly. Come through, light all the torches, replace all the broken ones. I mean, who does this?
Yeah, if I was a game designer, I would build an old dungeon, but at some point the sconces would fall off the walls, the torches would fall off the walls, and there literally would be a gas pipe under there, and you follow the gas pipe to like the present day, and it's like this is all. I've just been Truman Showed, is what it would be. Back at the precinct, Leon runs into Mr. X. The towering creature bursts through the wall, and Leon responds by unloading his shotgun into it until it goes down. Leon then races upstairs to find more ammo and keys that will get him out of the area, but Mr. X follows, cornering Leon. The rookie cop continues to shoot until the brute falls again. By now, Leon has learned Mr. X does not stay down forever.
It's hard to keep a good man down, Caleb. You know how it is.
Yeah, I do, but on the converse, I've also heard it argued that a good man always goes down. So there's that.
I agree with that. That's the stance of this show, for sure.
Just ahead of Claire, further in the dungeon, is a private chamber where Irons is cornered by a hideous mutated creature. That's just a mirror.
What the hell?
That guy is creepy. The creature shoots something from its hand.
He's got his
snakes
finger
down.
in his butt. What's going Keeps winking at me.
I would love for someone to be so disassociated in their own head that they don't get that. That's awesome. The creature shoots something from its hand. That snakes down Iron's throat. A large eyeball attached to a limb of some sort can be seen at the side of the screen before moving away. Claire then happens upon the chief in his private chamber. Now he's ranting, raving, and armed. This is Barry's first solo album title, I believe. Ranting, raving, and armed. Claire tries to calm him, but he goes on to say his town had been destroyed by the monsters of Umbrella. He points a gun at Claire, causing her to retreat, still angry, and lets slip that Umbrella has done this despite all that he's done for them, confirming he's been working with them. He tells her the G-Virus is superior to the T-Virus and can turn humans into bioweapons, and that William Birkin is the genius behind the project. He says he knows Sherry is running around somewhere, and the monster tearing at the precinct apart is infected with the G-Virus. At this moment, he cocks his gun while points it at Claire, but he's grabbed by his lower torso and yanked down a nearby chute. Moments later, only his bloody upper torso is launched back out of the chute and into the floor near Claire's feet.
That's actually only the first time she's had a gun pointed at her. If you remember, the last thing was a crossbow.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So she was in foreign territory. She didn't really know how to react, you know?
Had no idea how to react. She was a little bit stunned. Sees the guy go down the chute. Thing pops back up, just half of him on the floor at her feet. And she's like, I'm going to go down there. Yeah, but if Sherry were around, she would probably shove Sherry to that fuck. Nobody likes Sherry. She's going to shove Sherry to that hole. Sherry, go see what chewed some of this guy up.
I want to know what's so disgusting about Irons' like top half that the monster was like, no, I'm good.
Upper half tastes like chewy pervert.
this guy's finger was in his butt. That's the half I ate. It was good.
And imagine how bad that other half was.
Claire decides to go where Irons was just sucked down and partially launched back up from. She comes across the humanoid man who mutates before her eyes, but she dispatches it easily and returns to Sherry. Claire is aware that the man who created the G-Virus is the little girl's father, but Claire doesn't realize that's who she thinks she just killed. Their exit route is now clear, so Sherry and Claire leave the precinct together.
The way these people just investigate a dark hole is ridiculous to me, but I guess that is how your dad met your mom.
The joke's on you. My mom keeps flashlights in her vagina, so...
I bet that's fun. But she's great during camping trips. Mom, I lost my contact. Can you... Oh, there. Oh, thank you.
She just crab walks over into the woods to like...
Oh, man.
I want to see that monster in a game. Leon finds his way to the precinct's clock tower, where he has located the final piece in the puzzle for exiting the police station. He finds a chute and slides all the way back down to the basement adjacent to the cell. Here he hears Ben, the reporter, screaming. He runs to Ben just in time to see the reporter gutted, and a large eyeball of the beast can be seen off to the side. It is presumed that this is the same entity that killed Irons has also made its way to Ben.
Yeesh. Of course, we got Leon finding his own weird hole to dive into. And Caleb, your mom aside, when is the last time you dove down a weird hole? I mean, ever since the whole Baby Jessica fiasco, I'll at least drop a basketball down there first, see what gives, you know?
Yeah, anybody down there? Boo! Ow, that was rude. Also, give me a rope. As he's dying from the mortal injuries, Ben hands Leon documents that confirm Chief Irons' involvement with the government conspiracy. Ada suddenly appears behind them, and they read what Ben handed Leon together. There's a series of letters from William Birkin to the police chief that describes how Umbrella was bribing Irons to keep everything going on there a secret. Birkin had learned that Umbrella had sent spies to steal his research.
Irons nailed it, dude. What's the best way to keep a secret? Kill everyone with ears.
I don't know, man. It's a slippery slope, because then you gotta kill people you hired to dig the graves of those people you killed, and then you got to kill the guy who sold you the shovels, and then you got to kill the employee who helped you carry the shovels to your truck.
Then you got to kill the truck. I mean, it never ends.
It never ends. You're right. Suddenly, Ada says she has to go find John Clemens, the boyfriend she's stealing intelligence from. Boyfriend in quotes, of course, because it's not really her boyfriend. She's using him.
Oh, no.
And she thinks that he's in the chemical plant, so she heads off in that direction. Leon gets a call from Claire on the radio where she tells him she's found an exit from the precinct and will meet him in the sewers. Don't do that. Leon decides to run after Ada first, but instead runs into the mutating Dr. Birkin, who attempts to attack him with a pipe he's ripped from the wall. Leon empties a clip at him, and Birkin falls off the railing and into the sewer muck.
God damn. I mean, there's high action going on right here, man. It's hard to keep up, you know? There's a lot going on here, but boy, that Ada Wong, she's flighty.
Yeah, a little
bit. She
bit.
kind of reminds me of, like, a house cat, you know? She just shows up sometimes, kind of saunters around with no goals in mind, maybe settles on your lap for a little bit, maybe lets you pet her for a second, then for no reason darts right off your lap, leaves your scrotum in a bad way. I like cats, though. They're a good time, but they would definitely fake loving you for personal gain. I know that about them.
I'm convinced that it's always been that way. They've been faking affection this whole time, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit curious about whatever their secret plan is.
Yeah, man. Same.
Something is going on, especially when they're at the top of like scrotum destroying technology. Apparently, that's what I'm learning today. I just don't let him sit on my lap when I'm naked, I guess. That's the difference between you and me.
Oh, man, that's really smart.
I know. Meanwhile, down in the sewers, Claire and Sherry become separated after a drainage chute opens and sucks the little girl down to a lower level. Sherry runs for safety to a garbage room. Here, she's lured by a shiny trinket in the ground, and the floor opens up and drops her into the garbage hold and renders her unconscious. There's a monster nearby she can't see. Her father.
Well, Speaking of baby Jessica, it's like a 1-for-1.
My younger sister's name is Jessica, and I always just wanted to shove her down a hole. I didn't really want to, but her name is Jessica. A little fun fact. So Claire can't find Sherry, but does run into her mother, Annette. The woman worked with William on the G-virus that turns anything it infects into a horrific monstrosity. William had injected himself with the virus when Umbrella agents came to take it from him. They spewed a handful of assault rifle shots into Birkin before stopping because they were afraid of hitting the virus sample. In the final moment of desperation, William Birkin used the virus to keep himself alive as it revives dead cells and mutates them. He quickly became a monster and hunted down the agents who tried to take his virus. After that, the T-virus leaked from his lab and infected rats in the sewers of Raccoon City.
And one of those rats was a karate master named Splinter, and he went on to raise 4 healthy baby turtles who fought crime in these very sewers as teenagers. It was a little bit later, but yeah.
That would be quite the Easter egg.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. When Annette learns that her daughter Sherry is in the chemical plant, she gets upset. The virus can only spread through a complementary genetic host or family member. She knows William Birkin is no longer human and will try to find Sherry to pass the virus on to her. At this moment, they hear the girl scream, and Claire and Annette split to search for Sherry. Moments later, Leon and Ada, who have rejoined, run into the frantic mother, who fires on Ada. Leon jumps in front of Ada to save her and takes a bullet in the side. Rendering him unconscious and wounded, Ada leaves Leon and chases down Annette.
In addition to rendering him unconscious and wounded, the bullet also rendered him completely insufferable because he never, ever from here on out will shut up about how he was shot while trying to save someone's life.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Leon. I lost my grandma this morning, so sorry. I don't really feel like chatting right now.
Oh, yeah, I get it, man. That sucks. But you know what?
Dude, are you gonna lift your shirt and show me the bullet? Are you gonna show me that bullet wound again?
Yeah, no, I got shot once, man. Looky here.
Yeah, I see it. You've shown me like 100 times.
Oh, man, I got shot. I saved a life.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I couldn't save your grandma's life, though. Sorry.
God, what a dick.
Well, if she would have gotten shot, I could have jumped out in front of it, but she just died of cancer.
Right.
Yeah, there's no jumping in front of cancer.
You can't. I understand.
Claire eventually finds Sherry in the garbage dump, unconscious. When she calls out to Sherry, she awakens a giant alligator that starts to attack her. Claire finds a switch that releases a gas canister that the alligator grabs in its mouth. Stupid alligator. Claire shoots the canister to explode the alligator and sends its pieces in every direction. When she returns to Sherry, she spots some fleshy worm-like thing slithering away. It was one of her father's embryos.
Ew.
Sherry stirs awake and does not feel well, so Claire leads her out of the sewers.
This one time, me and some friends from out of town, we got drunk at a bar, and then we became separated. But one of those dudes had lost his phone. He left it behind and then went missing. So he's in a town. He didn't know his way around. Mm-hmm. It's late November, so it's kind of cold time of year, and it rained that night. And we couldn't find him. Actually, we gave up pretty early because we were drunk and passed out. But when we woke up, we were very like, oh, shit, where's Brad? But the dude ended up sleeping in a Wendy's trash can. But he never once complained about alligators or his daddy's embryos trying to get in him. But he did smell terrible. So I imagine Sherry was just, ugh.
That's true. Still chasing Annette, Ada arrives at the central control area. Annette shoots Ada's gun out of her hand and advances on her, interrogating her. Ada admits she's looking for her boyfriend, John, who Annette recognizes as one of the researchers in the lab. She lies and says that William was working at the mansion as well, and that is where he developed the G-virus. And just at that moment, she spots her daughter's pendant around Ada's neck and aggressively demands to have it. The two women fight, with Ada punching Annette over the railing.
Ooh.
She then inspects the pendant to find a secret compartment containing a G-virus sample.
Wow.
And in my head, the version is that she inspects the pendant only to discover that, oh, that's not her daughter's pendant. Dang it.
And then she looks up slowly and realizes Sherry isn't even her daughter, and then Spartan kicks her back down the garbage chute.
That's a much better game. Claire and Sherry discover an underground subway that they power up and ride to an unknown location. Surrounded by zombies, they retreat to the car, and Claire finds a control panel that disengages and drops the tram car further down a large secret elevator. Sherry becomes ill and passes out. Her father appears and threatens to smash the car to pieces. Claire rushes at him as he mutates further, sprouting another head and grotesque claw. She tosses several flame grenades at him until he goes down, and she runs back to the train car as it finishes its descent. She finds herself in a giant underground lab.
like I don't know how you are like under duress, Caleb, but I tend to get.
I cry.
You cry? I tend to just start narrating the situation with hopes that the shit coming out of my mouth will make the threat laugh at me. I mean, it's a show of like, having no confidence and being weak, but I could see myself face to face with Birkin as he's mutating and being like, oh, okay, another head. Oh, that's fun. Oh, shit, is that a claw? Yep, that's a claw. Wow. Oh, another head and a claw. What a fucking Wednesday this has been. I bet you lie on your Tinder profile, you ugly bitch. I mean, just having fun with it, hoping that suddenly Birkin's like, like kind of gives up. You're not so bad, kid. And doesn't eat me.
Tries to pat you on the back and just ends up decapitating you like on accident. Leon awakens and looks for Ada and finally finds her in the garbage area where Claire found Sherry. Ada bandages Leon and tells him John is dead, but doesn't seem terribly upset about it. They get to the train platform and call the car, but are soon after attacked by Birkin's G-type monster form, who apparently wasn't quite dead. It rams its claw through the car over and over, attempting to kill the occupants. Ada fires at the clawed hand, dislodging one of the fingers, and the monster retreats. Finally, they make it to the platform, and Birkin was like, owie, my finger! Ow.
He scampers away. That's some classic cold-hearted Ada Wong right there. Ada's like, Leon, oh my God, let me pat you.
Oh yeah, thanks. Did you find your boyfriend John?
Who, John? Oh, John. Yeah, he's probably dead or something.
Oh no, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that, Ada.
Sorry to hear about what? Oh, Jim? Oh no, John. Yeah, we just thought. Yeah. That's probably sad.
Man, your vapidity makes me so hot. I just love the way. Because if she wasn't caught in this terrible lie, he's somehow attracted to this, she can't remember anything. Claire locates a cot in the Newfound Labs security office and lays Sherry on it. Claire comforts the girl and tells her she'll find something to cure her. Then the camera pans and you see a giant king-size bed with freshly washed linens on the corner. And Sherry asks about that, to which Claire responds that only kids without deformed fathers get to sleep in the big kid bed. Okay,
poor Sherry.
You've got to earn it. Leon manages to find a secret security room while looking for a key and turns on a surveillance camera that's aimed at the door he just walked through. There he sees Mr. X enter that same door. He rushes back to see Ada unharmed and calls her over to the elevator where they descend into the lab. William suddenly returns and sends a claw through the wall that pierces Ada's back, and she goes down. Leon goes out to fight William, who has now grown 2 more arms and is double the size he was moments ago. Leon fills the monster with shotgun blasts, and William, now severely bleeding, leaps away.
Okay, we're going to grow another arm. That's just brilliant. Oh, shit, 2 more arms. Well, aren't you just a mighty multitasker? I'm just loving all this mutating you're doing. Oh, we're going to double our size, too, I see. Someone eats their Wheaties. Like, that's the whole time with me. I'm insufferable to be around, to be quite honest, and I hope monsters also think that.
That's a good play.
Thank you.
Leon leaves Ada to go find something to patch her with, but the elevator platform restarts and starts to descend, separating he and Ada. Attempting to find his way back to Ada, Leon is snuck up on by an angry Annette Birkin, who has a pistol and a vial of blue liquid we can only assume is not good. She thinks he's a spy like Ada and has found that Ada works for the agency. She knows all about Ada's fake relationship with John or Joseph, Jimmy, John, Jude, for intel. She says no one will take her husband's virus from her and is about to cap Leon when Mr. X crashes through the ceiling.
Wow.
And I bet Mr. X was actually outside the door first, but then he's like, no. Me need big entrance.
He has his ear up to the door, whispers to himself. He's like, oh, the agency? This whole time?
Annette and Leon flee in different directions, but Mr. X has followed Leon and is now cornered. Leon hears shots, and it turns out Ada is back and attacking the tyrant behemoth. The tyrant turns his attention to her, picks her up, and lifts her up while she shoots point blank into his face, blinding him temporarily and causing him to swing her hard against a control panel. Mr. X stumbles and falls into a smeltering pit.
Hey, man, at least someone finally followed Leon. He's been begging for company this whole time. No one likes Leon.
Leon rushes to Ada, who tells him that she's fallen in love with him.
Aww.
They passionately kiss as Ada falls limp and dies.
Oh, boo. What a roller coaster that fucking was.
The necrophilia comes back, though.
Oh, true that.
Leon finds a master key near Ada's body that she dropped when Mr. X tossed her.
Wow.
She's only pretending to be dead. She just has like commitment issues, and so she doesn't like to disappoint people.
That's just what happens when things are getting too real. She's just like, okay, play dead.
She even says "play dead" out loud before she does it.
Mr. X is like, play dead. Interesting.
That's a good one. Well, he's done it like 4 times already in this game. I think they're in cahoots, is what I think.
True that.
Meanwhile, Crazy Annette has found Claire in a research room. She knows that Claire has tried to kill William earlier, and Claire tells her that Sherry has been infected with the G virus. William growls nearby, and Annette, now excited, runs toward him. He comes busting out of the ceiling, still very much alive, and almost all monster at this point. He slashes his wife with one claw swipe, mortally wounding her. Claire shoots at it while Annette screams for Claire to save Sherry and finds it within her to pass on to Claire the detailed instructions for a G-virus antidote. The materials can be found somewhere in the lab.
Wow.
Wait. An antidote exists this whole time?
I get it, yeah.
This should have been a much shorter game.
I feel like they should have brought it up sooner, too. Like,
Yeah.
we need to be finding the antidote.
Yeah, this should have been like a puzzle game, not like a survival horror game. This should have been a resource gathering game.
Exactly. Yeah, I also like the idea that Birkin just comes thrashing in like a bull mastiff excited to see his master after a long day. And he's like, honey, I'm home. Oh, shit, honey, are you okay? He just cuts his wife in half. I forgot I'm in monster mode. Son of a bitch. God damn it. Is that the only wife? That's the only wife I have, isn't it? Damn it.
The central unit in the power room has finally had enough, causing sparks and electricity to shoot around. A self-destruct sequence activates, and a computerized voice comes online to announce that everyone should evacuate to the lowest floor of the lab. At the smelting pit, a gigantic clawed hand emerges from the lava-filled pool. Mr. X is still alive, and maybe more dangerous than before.
I like to think we think he was so harshly affected by that hot lava, but he was treating it like a hot tub. He just gets out wearing his mutated Speedo, big old bulge, dripping lava off his hard body like Matt McConaughey sauntering down a beach.
Claire and Leon run into each other. Claire tells Leon to protect Sherry. I still have the mental image of him sitting in a hot tub. Claire and Leon run into each other. Claire tells Leon to protect Sherry while she finds the antidote. Leon uses the master key to access an emergency access tube that will get him to a high-speed train and the fastest escape route. Claire follows the instructions for the antidote and finds the materials she needed for what is called the devil vaccine, which I think is just a Bible. This is the devil vaccine. Read it. It's a bit too preachy, Resident Evil. Okay, I'm falling away.
Interesting. That's exactly what I call bourbon. Devil's vaccine. I don't call that the Bible. I call that devil's vaccine. Personally, that's just me.
Wait, so you drink a Bible?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. She finds the cartridge for it and takes it down to Birkin's lab, where she inserts it into a synthesizer to create it. She then uses a cargo elevator to take her to the train platform. The self-destruct sequence begins, and there are only 5 minutes before total detonation. Leon's train needs power, so he leaves Sherry behind to rectify the situation, which he's quickly able to do, but the system has to reset before it will work. This based on Windows 95. I knew it. A fiery Mr. X appears with 2 huge claws and charges at Leon. Then from above him, Ada shows up, still wearing the pendant, and drops a rocket launcher down to Leon.
A callback from the first game. I love it. One question, though. Technically several, but I'll whittle it down to one. Where the fuck did she find that rocket launcher? And also, isn't she dead?
Yeah, she faked dead. I was right.
She did fake dead and then found a rocket launcher? This woman's incredible.
Well, they have an antidote room, and they have a serum room. I mean, they have a rocket launcher room.
That's fair.
She's been investigating this place for a while. She knows the areas.
That's a good point.
Yeah. He scoops up the rocket launcher and fires away at Mr. X until the monster explodes like a water balloon. There's only 2 minutes left until detonation, and the power has come back on. Leon runs back to Sherry and the train.
And for the first time, Sherry is where someone fucking left her. Hallelujah! They should have rolled fucking credits right there.
Yeah. I would love to see the characters like break the fourth wall and just tap their foot aggressively, be like, hey, come on, roll the credits. She's not going to stick around. Roll. Meanwhile, back outside the cargo elevator, as Claire waits for the doors to open, she is once again attacked by William, who smashes through the ceiling above her. After firing several grenades, William is showing no sign of defeat and even mutates further, appearing almost as a dog. He pursues Claire on 4 legs, and she continues shooting and dodging it until it eventually goes down, dissolving into a puddle of greasy genetic waste.
Ew.
Her elevator arrives, and she descends into the platform. Leon gets the train going, which is his euphemism for several things, but in this case it's literal. Leon gets the train going just as Claire appears and has to rush to get on. Once she's on, the Umbrella Lab completely detonates, and a massive explosion rocks the train and even tosses poor little Sherry onto the floor. Claire gives her the vaccine, and chaos seemingly takes a break. But Claire still wishes to find her brother.
And this whole time, you're kind of waiting on Sherry to mutate and kill everyone. I got to be honest. It's upsetting she doesn't. What an amazing way to roll credits, though.
That is true. I would like to see that.
Got them all right there together, isolated on the train, and then she just and just starts eating them.
Oh, man. I'd like that. I'd like that a lot, actually. Another mod situation, another mod opportunity. This train suddenly lurches, and Leon goes to Sherry and Claire, but no one knows what the disturbance was. So Leon runs to the back of the train to check. A computerized voice warns of a biohazardous material on board, and the train will detonate in 2 minutes. The cabin is now locked, and he cannot get to Sherry or Claire, so he runs to search the cargo in the back. Giant tentacles smash through the ceiling. Wow. It's Birkin. He's arrived for an encore as a giant black blob with 4 massive tentacles. Leon shoots, but Birkin has escaped into the cabin. Leon is now on top of the train, and Sherry, wanting to help, goes to the control room to stop the train. She does, and sparks shower everywhere. The train will detonate in 30 seconds. Everyone exits the train and dashes for the mouth of the tunnel.
The more I think about it, was Sherry really trying to save them? Did she know that stopping the train and centripetal force would do something, or was she trying to stop the train because she was the train's going to detonate soon? If I stop the train, we're all going to die. Either way, it works out. She goes from a major annoyance and profound liability to kind of helpful. But you love to see it. Plus, someone is going to have to adopt her after this anyway. I imagine them all looking at each other at some point and then contemplating kicking her off the tracks. Let's see. Her mother kind of fucked up. Her dad, we've been shooting him for the last 3 hours. Who's going to take her? It's probably going to be one of us, isn't it? And they just kick her off the edge.
And when they're all looking at her, she's like, gosh, everyone's still looking at me. This is so embarrassing. Oh, my gosh. Why do you got to look at me all the time? And that's when they kick her. They're like, yep, this is a good idea. Let's get rid of her. Meanwhile, the G-Type smashes its tentacles through the cockpit, searching for its occupants, and the computer counts down 5, 4, 3, 2. The G-Type realizes its doom. Claire, Leon, and Sherry leap out of the tunnel and take cover from the explosions of the train cars, causing a fiery blast to emanate from the tunnel.
Oh, man, that's...
Oh, that was close. It's just me and all of these adults, right? That's all that survived. Oh, no, good. Sherry jumped too. Good, awesome. High five, little girl. I'm like your cool uncle who's not your dad ever. I'm just your uncle.
It's kind of the way uncles are. Yeah. Never your dad.
He's establishing that right now. It's not getting any closer. Whoever's going to adopt her, it's going to be someone else. Leon dusts himself off and tells them that they don't have time to waste. It's up to them to take out Umbrella. Credits roll. And that is our telling of the tale of Resident Evil 2. Woo! Nice. Man, this is a good game. This is a really good game. I enjoy it so much.
Yeah, so you said that you played that first one. You were a little tepid on it at first, and you grew to kind of love it. But this one, how do you compare it? Do you like this one better than that one?
I like this one better in almost every way. I actually don't like the Mr. X thing. And even 3, we'll talk about that in 3 as well. Like that sort of always chasing you monster thing. I don't like that. I don't like being on edge like that.
All right.
But I just like the environment of this one better. I like the monsters of this one, of 2. I think the alligator is one of the most memorable bosses ever. But I think that was the first time playing a game that I realized there was an easier way to kill it. So in our version that we read, you bring the gas canister down and the alligator chomps it, right?
Right.
I didn't know that the first time playing it, and I was just trying to kill it like normal or whatever. And you can do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you feed him the gas canister, it's way easier. And that was kind of the first game where I was like, oh my gosh, multiple ways to go about this? That's crazy. And so it's just very memorable for me in that set. So every time I played it up until recently, I always do that. Even if I feel I'm really good and I'm I can do it without, I never do. I always take the easy way out every single time. So I really enjoy it. What about you? How do you rate this in the pantheon of Resident Evil titles?
Yeah, I think I I like the story of the first one a little more because of that. And again, it's the whole Lisa Trevor in the mansion backstory. I think that's so dark that it's just interesting to me. This one is very much more action driven. Like, you could replace any of these characters with Steven Seagal and whoever, John Wick. I'm just naming things I like. You could, I mean, it's just so high action compared to the other one, which is, you know, more purposefully a haunted house game, and this is action and more guns and blowing shit up and everything's last second. I like it. I mean, you can't not like it. I love it. It's still hot up there. But if I had to rate them, I think the first one's maybe just the nostalgia of it's a little stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So, anything else strike you about Resident Evil 2 that you? Have you gone back and played the remake?
I have played the remake, and I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, one of the best. I mean, if we're going to rate remakes, that's definitely maybe the best one ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot disagree with that. All right. So, you listener, you might be curious about what are some of those differences between the 1998 version of the game and the most recent 2019 remake. But the plot, the motivations of the characters, the general structure is the same, meaning nothing was really added or removed that affects the overall story to any degree worth noting. For example, like small differences include where Leon and Claire meet. In the remake, they meet at the gas station and instead of at the diner. But who cares, really? I mean, in the remake, Ada is not looking for her boyfriend John and is instead said to be posing as an FBI agent and is after William Birkin's G-Virus, so she can bring Umbrella to justice. It's a slightly more important detail, but not really a major impact on the outcome.
Right.
To me, it just feels like they sort of refine the story. They're almost wanting to pull it back from being so conveniently video gamey.
Yeah.
And they also probably just have the power and the resources, the power in terms of computing power to convey emotion in a way that they realized they couldn't do. I mean, the first and second games are laughably hilarious when it comes to like relationships and stuff.
Right.
So they probably realized they were able to emote a little bit better with the characters, which is probably why they made some of those decisions, I would guess.
Yep.
The more drastic changes are found in the character and enemy designs, as well as the added details to the environs. So none of that truly affects the story, although you might detect a greater sense of emotion or drama, as I mentioned, from the newly voice acted and portrayed cutscenes.
And this is true. Like, if you go back and watch the cutscenes from the original, as you kind of alluded to, there's so much unintentional comedy because of the way the voiceovers were done back then. I mean, it's highly recommended you do this because a lot of the stuff that we did where we made a little bit of fun of them, it actually might be funnier than us to go back and see how hard they tried to convey emotion with these very stilted scripts. So definitely unintentional comedy there. All right, well, I guess that does wrap up our tale of Resident Evil 2. Thank you so much for listening to this scary tale, and thank you even more for crapping those pants of yours. Thank you, Caleb, for reading it so well. Good job, as always. Be sure to check out Resident Evil 3, the next episode. Visit polykill.com for more shows like this one. Check out better stories than the one you just heard by heading over to calebjross.com.
Aww.
You can find us all on Twitter, at Polykill. I'm at Trav Plays Games.
And I'm at Caleb J. Ross.
And the tale has been told.